smile for the world or cry when the doors close back. This is not just a video, it is a space for your healing, your church, and your power. Let's talk about emotional empowerment. That is the kind that does not require pretending. Let's begin. Watch now, because your healing story starts here. Have you ever smiled in the public but felt like breaking down in the private? Sometimes you feel that, what will people say if I'm not forcing myself to be happy? It happens. Have you ever said to yourself, I am fine, but what you really meant was, I feel completely lost? Hi, my name is Florence, and I want to talk to that version of you. That version of you, that one that's always tired. The one that feels like emotions are too much, too loud, too heavy, or even too confusing. The one that does not always have the words for the wedges to carry. Today, I want to invite you into something different, something that most people don't know about, and that is not controlling, not pretending. That is emotional empowerment. Let's make sense of your feelings. Let's give your feelings a voice. And in doing that, we'll give you back your power. The power that you'll be able to decide when and when not to act on it. But first thing first, what is emotional disempowerment? Let's start with a story. There was a time I was showing up for my patient, smiling. As a nurse, I was always giving, and always. When I got home, I would lie down on my bed and just feel so empty. I had love around me, but I couldn't feel it. I had goals, but I had no strength to chase them. I was so weak and so down. I was blown out, but emotionally, I was invisible, even to myself. Disempowerment is not just when others hurt you, it is when you no longer feel like you matter to yourself. It is when your emotions pile up so high that you stop trusting your own reactions. You minimize your feelings, apologize for being too sensitive. You smile, you perform. But there is the truth. Your emotions are not the enemies. They are messengers sending you message that this is not how it's supposed to, but you do what you ignore. Now, what is emotional empowerment? Emotional empowerment means that you don't let your emotions control you, but you rather also don't ignore them. You don't get swept away by your anger, fear, sadness. But yes, you don't silence them either. All you need to do is to listen, you honor it, and you guide your feelings like a passenger on a bus, not a driver. Empowerment It's not about being happy all the time. Of course, there will be a time that you will not happy with yourself, but knowing how to react. It is about knowing you have a choice in how you respond to it. It is about saying, yes, I feel this way, and I still get to decide what happens next. That is what it is all about. Now I have 3 practical tools on how you can help yourself. And these are the tools that will help you build your emotional strength. And number 1 tool is turn it to term it. Say this with me. If I can name it, I can climb it. When you feel a wave rising, pause and say this. Yes, I feel overwhelmed. I feel anxious. I feel like no one sees me. Everything I do, everything I'm doing is just by myself. No one sees me. You are not crazy to say those things. You are human. Naming your feelings gives your brain a direction. It is like shining lights in the dark room. So try it. Number 2 tools is breathe before you react. Before you send that angry text, take 3 deep belly breaths. Your breath tells your nervous system you are safe. Try this with me. Inhale slowly for 4 counts. Hold it and exhale gently for 6 counts. So let's do this together. Right? Exhaling gently for 6 counts. This resets you from panic to present. It helps a lot if you can practice it. Now, number 3 tools for this is emotional journalizing. Sometimes ask yourself questions such as, what am I really afraid of right now? Maybe you're afraid of something, you start panicking. Ask yourself, what does my inner child need to hear today? What does your inner child need to hear today? Where am I feeling powerless? And how can I choose again? Write these things down without filters. Because healing lives in honesty. You don't have to lie to yourself. You have to be sure of where you're feeling it. Now, number 4 tools as a bonus point is movement. Emotions movement. Now to the emotion movement. For me, I like dancing. If you can dance, dance, walk, stretch, shake. Get the emotion out of your body. Movement is a medicine. If you cannot talk it out, try moving it through. And it works. But let's be real. It is not always easy. Sometimes empowerment feels far away. But I want you to know that you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to practice one honest feeling that at a time. What are emotions you have been carrying lately? What is it? Can you share it out? What would change if you gave that emotion space to breathe? Things must change. Comment below and let's talk about it. You are not alone, my darling. Always know that whatever emotion you're carrying, you are not alone. And I want you to know that you were never too emotional. You were never too soft. Your emotions are your superpower, your inner GPS. And you are allowed to free. You're allowed to write. You are allowed to cry if you feel like to cry and still build yourself. You are allowed to take your time and still heal powerfully. Let's grow together. Softer, freer, together. If this resonated, subscribe to Holistic Channel for more tools on healing, journalizing, and even earning as you grow. This is your space. Your healing is real. Your power is rising. And your story is just beginning. See you in our next video.